Hello and welcome to sustainableprepping.com, your home for fear-free emergency preparedness on the internet. I'm Brecky, and today we are going to be going over my real-life actual car first aid kit. If you're new here, I just want to say a great big welcome. I'm so glad you found our slice of the internet. If you're not new, I just want to say welcome back. I'm so glad that you are here for all the fear-free content we have to offer. Don't forget to like this video. It lets me know that you want more content about kits and other fear-free emergency preparedness stuff. And subscribe to this channel so you never miss a video. All right, today we are diving into my actual first aid kit that I actually keep in my car. It's got junk on it. I didn't wash it. This is real life. But I wanted to show you what I really carry around with me. This kit, this metal kit, is like 20 something years old. I took it from my dad when I moved out of the house years and years ago so that I would have a first aid kit. As I graduated into a larger at-home first aid kit with more gear that didn't fit into something like this, I used this as my car kit because it was metal and because it would keep everything intact and just kind of live in a car a lot better. I am going to show you my actual car kit. All right, friends, this is my actual car kit. This is the actual kit and what it looks like as it's all in there. And I am going to be taking everything out and showing you what I have and making an inventory of everything I need. So the first things first is I have some Advil. I am gonna check expiration dates. Okay, so this expired back in 2019. I'm going to check online to see how efficacious expired medicines are. Some medicines you can take several years after they're expired and they really are fine, but some medicines start losing their effectiveness within a year or two after expiration. So we really do want to keep tabs on our expiration dates. If this is not going to be efficacious, I'm going to replace it because there's no use in having painkillers that aren't going to work for you. Am I right? I have several packs of bismuth tablets. 2 people in my family have very sensitive stomachs, including me. So we always keep a little bit of Pepto-Bismol and other tummy upset medicine in our car at all times. Now I have an assortment of Band-Aids in different sizes and different widths. Here's like a little butterfly Band-Aid. These are all kind of in one little section. I took them out of their box because the box was taking up so much space. The downer is they kind of get everywhere, but the good thing is that they fit nicely into this one corner, which is helpful. I have a pair of tweezers for removing splinters, which when you have kids, I swear to you, kids are just splinter magnets. These are great to have. Okay, in here I have what it looks like 5 pairs of nitrile gloves, all neatly tucked away. You never know when you're going to need to handle a situation where you're gonna want gloves, particularly if you're handling any kind of bodily fluid or any kind of just nastiness while out and about in your life. Nitrile gloves are great to have. Now, some people are carrying boxes of nitrile gloves in their car because of the pandemic that has been raging in 2020 and 2021. I have these always because they're always in my first aid kit. So I have an unopened bandage. I got this new to add to the kit, and then I have some gauze here. It might be time to let this go. It looks like actually my seal has come loose, so this is no longer sterile. So I need to add a sterile bandage to my list of things to add to my inventory. Additionally, I do have a couple of SAM splints and I want to put one in my car. I just haven't added it. I don't think it'll fit specifically into this kit because it's so big, but I do want to create some kind of additional car kit space to have a SAM splint, especially in the summer when we do a lot of hiking in the event someone twists or even fractures an ankle while running around. I have a digital thermometer. I am thinking about getting a forehead thermometer that just lives in our car. I have to do some research to see if high temperatures will affect its ability to function, but I do have at least a digital. Medical tape and the kind of elasticy tape that can wrap around an arm. I have triple layer non-stick pads, and they are totally sealed and come in these little packages, which is great because they can stay sterile that way. I have general first aid cream, and then I have some Neosporin. Alcohol wipes because this is much easier to carry around than peroxide spray or a bottle of alcohol. This just fits much more nicely. It's more compact. It's just a whole lot easier to use. I have Blister care packs. Now, this is something a lot of people don't keep, and I really think you should keep in your car, particularly in the summer. If you're someone who's outdoors a lot, you might go on a hike and just have a really awful blister and really need to take care of it. So having some blister care you just keep in your car, super helpful. Here are some super big Band-Aids for big scrapes. I have a whole stack of them, as well as some, these are technically eye pads, but you could use these for other forms of wound care. Now I have an instant cold pack. This came with the kit. I don't know if this still works, to be completely honest. And the thing is, you can't test it because once you test it, it doesn't work. So what I may do is look and see if I can find an expiration date, and then look to see if I can find a replacement, because I've had this for years and it's been sitting in my car and I suspect that it's expired. So I'm definitely gonna see, put that on my inventory, find a new cold pack. So I have two bandages here that are kind of stuck together. I'm not going to pull them apart, but I have this Cling Soft bandage, and then I have a triangle bandage. Make sure you guys can see all of that. And these are closed up. They are wrapped in plastic, so I feel pretty good about their efficacy. Those are the wound care items I have. Now I definitely want to get some liquid skin to put in here. I thought I had some liquid skin, but I'm looking through this and I don't see a little tube. So I know that I need to add liquid skin. I also want to add a small syringe for flushing a wound, and some saline. I will be adding both of those to my list of things to get for my car first aid kit. You're seeing me go through my actual kit, so it's not perfect. Okay, now for some of the pills that I keep. I don't keep a lot of medication in there. Again, it's all just for simple emergencies. I have some, these are laxative tablets. You might say, why on earth would you need that? But we have people with digestive illnesses in my family, and so sometimes having things be able to move through your system is important. Now these expired a year ago, so I'm gonna go look and see if they're still usable. If not, I'll be replacing these. Now these are my opposite of laxatives. These are Anti-Diarrheals, and it looks like these also expired just about a year ago. So again, I'll be seeing if they're still efficacious. If not, we'll be throwing these away and getting some new Anti-Diarrheals. Definitely key for travel. Finally, I have some cold and flu tablets. They were busted up into a little pieces because we've used some of these actually over the last year. This is daytime cold and flu, and we have one nighttime cold and flu left. You can tell that we had a cold when we were traveling and didn't feel like going to the store. Let's see, this is basically just guaifenesin with a few other things added in, and these expire, ooh, these are like 2 years expired, so they're definitely going to get thrown away, and I'm definitely going to be replacing them. Now, in addition to what I keep in my actual first aid kit, we do keep a small bottle of Tylenol up in our center console because we use that a lot more regularly. I use that if I get a headache. My husband uses it if he gets a headache while we're driving on long road trips, and because we use it, we just don't keep it packed in the back of the van with our first aid kit, because the first aid kit sits under a seat and it's just not helpful when you're driving to have it all the way back there. So this is my first aid kit that I keep in the van at all times. I know I'm going to be updating a bunch of the medicines, the cold and flu medication, the Anti-Diarrheals, the laxatives, and the ibuprofen. I will also be looking for a new cold pack, as well as some different wound care items. I will probably also be adding in a allergy medication. Now we keep an allergy medication again up at the front, but I'll probably add in both a pill form and a liquid form of medication, of an antihistamine, anti-allergy kind of medication, as well as now having an additional liquid medication for fever reduction that we'll keep in here. Now I do keep a fever reducer in the diaper bag at all times, and I will start keeping an antihistamine, a liquid antihistamine in our diaper bag, but just in case I forget, I take it out, it gets emptied, whatever, I'll have a backup here in my first aid kit. And just a side note, it's always great to have liquid versions of things like fever reducers and allergy medications in the event that the adult who normally can swallow a pill isn't able to swallow a pill, and that a liquid form would be able to get inside the body more quickly and more effectively. So don't think that liquid medications are just for kids. They can be really helpful if an adult is having an allergic reaction or is having a really sore and swollen throat and can't swallow a pill. They might be able to swallow liquid. I'm also just remembering that I don't have any rehydration powder in here, and I think we must have used it on a hike recently. So I need to add in some rehydration powder. Pedialyte packages are great, or little Gatorade or other to-go packages where you can add them to water and get your electrolytes up. Those are all wonderful things that you should keep in your traveling first aid kit. There you have it. If you're curious, I do have a video on my top 15 first aid kit essentials, and I will link it up in the sky as well as down in the description. Let me know, what would you add to your car first aid kit? What am I missing that you think I should add? And do you have a car first aid kit? If you do, what do you have in it? And if you don't, are you gonna make it this summer? I hope you do. I am also going to be linking my free bird's eye view list of prepping essentials. I think it's a really helpful document to help you make plans on what you need to start working on as far as emergency preparedness. It's just a really nice document that gives you an outline, gives you a view of all the different big areas you should be working on. It's totally free. It's here for you because I want you to be successful in your emergency preparedness. I want you to be calm and confident in any crisis, so I'm giving it to you totally for free. It's linked down in the description for you for all time. As long as this video is up, it'll be there for you. I hope you all are doing so well. I hope you are enjoying summer. I know it's starting to get warm up here in the mountains. We are so excited for all of our travel, which is why we are updating all of our kits. And as always, happy prepping.